Formula One, why has it got so popular? Well, whether it's the excitement levels, the glitz and the glamour, the exciting places, or the personality clashes, today's video I'm going to look into why Formula One has got so popular given its recent few years of excitement and craziness in the sport, whether it's been the Netflix show, whether it's just been a general buzz of atmosphere for Formula One. There's a lot more people who are interested more than ever before. Let's look into the history and also the present day of why this is. Although Formula One sort of began in 1920s and 1930s, the FIA standardisation set the world stage in 1950 for the proper World Championship of Drivers. The sport really started to pick up slowly over the next 20 to 30 years, and it was a great time to be into Formula One and really go and see the races, although it wasn't as popular on TV, and obviously sponsors weren't quite there, and also the money wasn't really there either. However, in this time, Formula One grew and grew in popularity, being known for its #1 spot of motorsport. Of course, in the beginning, Formula One was largely based on pre-World War II regulations and defined by engine capacity, and this meant safety was absolutely not there. You can tell by looking at some of the older cars that they were just more open top and drivers sat higher, and of course the technology wasn't there. Some of these cars still had supercharged 4.5 litre pre-war Grand Prix cars. This was extremely fast until they were banned later on. The safety was of course one of the big things that has changed Formula One over time, but it's still got more popular recently. So what makes Formula One exciting then? Well, firstly, the sum of money at stake is quite ridiculous. To make it in the world of motorsport and Formula One in general, this is one of the priciest sports you can get. It's not like you can jump in an F1 car and give it a go. It's not quite the same. You have to really have backing of sponsorships by big companies. And in Formula One, they are big companies. Talking of the likes of Shell, Rolex, Petronas, which help pay for pretty much everything of drivers' salaries to the cars and the companies and teams. Some of the companies, of course, have their own brands like Red Bull, which pay for a lot of that. It's a lot of money at stake, and it's probably what makes Formula One a bit more exciting than your usual small hatchback race. The excitement level. There's natural attraction between the strong and brave. When it comes to Formula One, racing is really dangerous, and competitors have to face every race, making it thrilling and encountering every driving situation. Even though driver safety is a hot topic every year, Formula One does captivate fans and pushes them to the limit, and I think more recently it's been a bit more dangerous than ever before. We've seen some real hardcore racing, especially in the 2022 season where Max Verstappen took Lewis Hamilton at the very end. The fact that they have changed from very location to location, making it pretty exciting. It's very different for the viewers to watch each time, and the leaderboard is surrounded by buzz of followers, bettors and sponsors constantly. And even though this has been a thing for a while, I do want to put it down to a specific program that has definitely made that change. The glitz and the glamour. There's undoubtedly a bit of sparkle and money and speed wherever you look with Formula One, as said before, but there's no denying that it is a mecca for fashion as well. With a lot of the new styles on display pretty much every time there's a race on. Take for example Lewis Hamilton. He was sponsored by Tommy Hilfiger and still is for quite some time, and he has been doing a lot of shoots with them. That experience that you kind of get with Formula One and making all the VIP arrangements, the famous people that do the grid walks, the renowned post parties, it's a really amazing lifestyle that a lot of people want to get involved in. Location. Formula One, of course, is well known for going across the world, and a lot of the places constantly add new tracks and new locations every year. It's easy to see the considerable impact on the race's location has on the success of the event. You're literally in every country. So of course Formula One's going to do well in some form because everyone knows it across the world for at least 14 to 15 countries per year. Monaco being one of the most breathtaking ones, and Spa in Belgium being high-speed bends to Baku streets in Azerbaijan. Getting away from the fact that Drive to Survive, if you've been living under a rock, has helped Formula One hugely. Just take for example the 2022 season. It increased 570,000 viewers, which is a 40% jump overall from the year before. It's played a major role specifically in the recent growth of the American fan base, because a lot of people before in America didn't really watch Formula One or just didn't have the access to watch it for TV. Nowadays, it's on Netflix and everyone can watch it worldwide. I think part of the reason why Drive to Survive has become so popular is that it's got that action like I've talked about before, and Netflix have made it something very special to watch and exciting. This isn't just a program about Formula One and its generic basic facts. This is a serious personality clash with a lot of exciting and who knows what's going to happen next on the line.
Really tired of all the questions.
Really stressful kind of almost exciting watch. and that's why Formula One has definitely helped from its Drive to Survive. If you haven't watched it, goes into each individual team for each episode, and sometimes a bit longer. One example I can talk about is Haas, the way they had started from pretty much nothing to an American billionaire funding them. They've become such a big team in Formula One now, and it was really exciting to watch their journey. A lot of downsides and a lot of issues for Haas, but have also made some really big numbers in Formula One to get the points. That's probably an example Drive to Survive has done so well, and teams like that showing each personality and how the driver has to deal with things. So these 4 reasons plus Drive to Survive has really helped Formula One boost its popularity over recent years.
Hope you've enjoyed this Cars with Ben video. Don't forget to subscribe if you like car content.